Hey Gulp, doing your offline review. Let's get into it. Volibear versus Can. Alright. Clear clearing down makes sense. You have Malphite top, so top's not really gankable, or nor should you gank it because it's just a tank. Clear down. Full clear. Now that you're here, I'd probably just ping top grab just because you don't know for sure where he started, but if you're on bot grab, it's probably safe to say he's top side, right? So I'd be danger pinging top right now. And as you can tell, he was top because you see him right now in a second. But we're running bot lane. Maybe we could kill this crap faster as well, because you didn't like E it, right? You ease up, you could E it right now. W, and then you E right now, and then it dies, and then you'd be about like 4 seconds faster, and obviously your E will be back up by the time you get here, but we'll see. Okay, go for this. I think your E's kind of badly placed. You could definitely hold your E longer. Recall. Yeah. Besides being there earlier, maybe, or eating better, I don't think there's anything you could have done. And maybe it would have made a big difference. Okay, so send no flash, help this guy push the wave out. Go back to our bot camps. Now we look to do a flash play bot, because we know both Tristana and Straka both no flash. And we have Flash Q, which is always a really strong spell. Okay, she's just flashed, but Straka Flash has been down, but now she's no flash, so now they should both no flash now. You over the wall, Q. You should have eat earlier, but it's fine. You're not gonna catch it. You should grab this entire wave. AD carry is dead, so no one's gonna grab it. And this is a huge wave. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minions. This is like this is hundreds of gold, right? 100, 150, 200 ish, and you have no camps up. So I'd kill this entire wave, base, and then open to my top camps. You can also do bot wave into dragon, you know. Okay, you get the dragon. This guy pulls up. Pop your pot. This guy's no flash, so he should just die. Okay, well, you just kited this poorly. Again, I think it's the third time this game I think you have a bad E. He can only run this way to live. There's no way he's running down because he's running into Vayne. There's only three options: this, and this. If he runs this way, he'll die eventually because towers obviously runs this way. That's the Vayne. Only way he lives is here. So if you're gonna throw your E now, you should never throw your E like this. If you're gonna throw your E, you should throw it like this, where like this is touching his feet. And if he has to dodge it, he has to walk up or right, which again he will die. The only way he needs to walk left to live. The only way he possibly lives is he walks left like he did. But if we throw your E like here or here or you know anywhere more left, he will get hit by this. But here he dodges it. Right? If this would have hit him, he would have died because it would slow him. And then we keep watching. Yeah, just the E. You just needs work. I think if you eat him better, he would die here. The fact that you ulted and popped your pod and didn't kill him is very sad. Okay, that would clear down. Do you see Kane somewhere? No. Oh, you do see Kane here. Okay, Kane's bot, so you instant pull dragon. Makes sense. I mean, grub, sorry. Go back to our full clear. So really good. We have first dragon, we got first grubs, we got a gank off bot lane. Either 80 carries still no flash, so we can still look to regank him here. You're going for this loop play a lot, but I don't see why. You should like first of all, you should look bot and then make the decision if you need a loop play or not. The first time made some sense because you saw they warded like river, and you didn't have a pink and try. But now you have a pink and try, so you could just sit here. And if Tristana ever walks up, you could just with Q movement speed and your ult, and she's still no flash, you could run it like this, and you'll cut her off before she runs away. And B, this might not even be warded. And if it does ward it, you have a sweeper. You have a sweeper up in 10 seconds, and you have a pink, right? And if you've been watching bot lane, Tristana's been perma jumping in. So if you're ever in tribush, as she jumps in, she's too far up to get away. So I think you're over fixating on this like loop around play. I think you could very easily just do Gromp to try or blue to try. You'll need to go all the way around the world. If anything, there's a higher chance. Look, think about how many 1 ward, 2 ward, 3 ward, 4 ward. There's 4 places there could be a ward. But if you go through try, there's only one place, which is just this bush, right? There's no way there's a wards here. There's no way there's wards here, and you have pink and pit, right? So I mean pink and try, not I don't know why I keep saying pit. So this is actually, if anything, there's a lower chance you're spotted here. B, you only need to loop around if they're playing kind of safe, right? Like here, then you need to come from behind. But they've been playing really aggressive all laning phase, so you could just, if they're ever past like this line, you could always just come from tribush. So I think you're over fixating on this loop thing. Last time you went bot lane, you were too late because you looped, and this time I think you're also too late because you're looping. I think if you were in tribush, I want you to imagine you're in tribush as they're fighting. There's no way you're running like this way. She's escaping, especially when you're Q and ult, right? This is not happening. and especially if you come while they're fighting, not after your bot lane's both dead. So I think you could have easily prevented this. I think you could have easily probably saved one of your bot laners, not both. Maybe saved Vayne. Nami still dies. Save them and double kill them. And if you double kill bot lane, I think it's a game-winning situation. You know. I don't know why you're really fixating on looping around. Okay, clear down. We're still pretty strong. Two kills, full dawn. Bot lane's keeps fighting. Have you seen this? When they're fighting this aggressively, you don't need to come from here. You can literally just come from here because they're just pro fighting. Only when they're like AFK playing careful, like this is the lane, do you have to come from here. But when lane looks more like this, then you could just come from this way because these guys are pushed up too far, you know. But yeah, but this is what I mean. It's not about making the decision. You have to look, then make the decision. If they're playing passive, loop around. If they're playing aggressive, don't loop around. You can't just always do the same thing. You have to just adjust to what the enemies are doing and what your teammates are doing, you know. But this is a really good dragon. Take his red buff. I think when you're in, in the jungle with the ZB, you should place your pink. Sorry, I'm coughing. Here, 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 even here. Any of these four bushes, I don't care which one. Whichever one your favorite is, you should place your pink in one of these four bushes. It's a shame that you walk this deep in the jungle and don't place a pink anywhere. Or if you really want, you should even place a pink here. Like one of these 6 bushes. This is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Should have a pink one in here. Just holding this makes no sense to me. Okay, wait for a gank. I don't know why you go for even this kink will probably work. But I don't see the reason why we have to force this when we have 2 things. A, we have bot camps up, Gromp, Wolves. B, their bot lane's still pushing aggressively, and you just saw King top, so you know he still won't be here in time. So you can still loop like this. Or if you want to loop, fuck it, you can loop now. I think their bot lane has been perma playing aggressive. They've been perma jumping in. It makes a lot of sense to go there. This guy does not look. I know he ends up dying, but like this, it feels like for this game to work, you have to use flash or ult, or Vex has to use flash. And I don't want to use the summoner for this guy when I feel like bot. Like I want you to imagine right now you're in Tribush right now. You don't have to use flash or ult to kill one of these guys. These guys just died a single Q. You know what I mean? And also, you know, Kayn can't show up to bot gank, but he can technically be in this bush. You saw him top like 20 seconds ago, so why couldn't he do like Gromp Wolves into sitting in this bush? So for this one, it's counter gankable. Plus, this one you have to use spells, either ultra flashes, while bot lane feels like is not counter gankable, and you don't have to use anything. You know what I mean? That's why I don't like this. Even though it worked, it doesn't mean I like it. Because like again, look how we're doing it. League is kind of like life, bro. If someone who is always tells you they're gonna like always picks you up late or always like you make plans to get food at 5, right? And they always show up at 5:30, then you know they're always gonna be late. And if someone always comes on time, they're always gonna be on time. League's the same, bro. Bot lane keeps fucking fighting and keeps fighting and keeps pushing. They're probably gonna keep fighting and pushing. A lane keeps playing super safe. They're probably gonna keep playing safe. Like humans are creatures of habit. Every single time I've looked bot lane or pan my camera or looked at the map, they have been fighting to the death. So I would want to make my plan around hovering bot lane, have it be in river, be in try, be in this try, be in Gromp, and just imagine your bot lane right now. This guy's just dead, you know? Maybe your bot lane, maybe your Vayne kills him by himself, maybe he doesn't, but like that's why that's like a guarantee. Mid's not guaranteed. Going for a top gank is not guaranteed. Even if it works, this is like again, where is Kayn, bro? You know what I mean? So I mean, the game things are working. I want prioritize bot lane. They've been fighting a lot. They've been playing super pushed up. That's actually a more important lane to play off of, right? Getting a Fed Vayne instead of a Fed Malphite or Fed Vex. But anyways, let's watch this. Nice kill. I mean, this guy just entered. Good job. Sorry, held on spawn. Beautiful. Clear down. Play for. I don't know why you're going here, for example. Like, where are you going? Why do this? I mean, it's priorities. Like, why the fuck you could go defend this tower instead of just getting free plates right now. There's a full cannon wave. This cannon wave is worth more than Wolves and Gromp, by the way. Like, or the same amount. Like gold and XP wise, this is worth more or the same as these 2 camps. But these is guaranteed. These camps are not guaranteed. They could be down. You know what I mean? Let's defend this tower. If you loop around, you can even kill this guy. I see no reason why you can't loop around with red buff, level 12 Q. You have merchants as well. Walk like this way while you're sitting tower, then you come from behind like this. You know. E slow, red buff slow, Q stun. Um, defend tower, get a wave, kill this guy or get his flash. Then after we do this, we go to our bot camps, Wolves, Gromp, Blue, Scuttle, base, play for the dragon, get level 13, right? Like guarantees. Like everything I'm saying is guaranteed or high chance. What you're doing for is camps are up, camps are down, who knows? But right now there's guaranteed gold dying to the tower. And there's also plates dying to Syndra. So you're right now Syndra's getting guaranteed gold, and you're just bleeding waves to the tower. I feel like you're like, yeah, like this guy just got 2 plates. 2 plates is 250 gold. So you just gave 250 gold. Let's say Gromp and Wolves are up. That's the same amount of gold that you just lost to this tower. And that's not even counting the 2 waves that died to the tower too, you know? And this guy got first tower gold as well. And he got so he actually got 3 plates. Like, that was so preventable. Like, your mid laner is roaming bot to help out your bot lane, getting kills. Like, he went bot and he killed Soraka, and he killed Kayn. So they traded 2 for 1. That's a good trade. And now it's your job to pick up the slack. He's doing the jungler's job. He's sacked his lane to go do your job, which is counter ganking Kayn. His thing worked. He got 2 kills, 1 person died. You could have got 3 mid waves, which is really good for you, by the way. It's hundreds of gold, and defend the Sigil plates. And if she keeps wanting to fight you, you could easily kill this guy. Easily. If you come from behind, you know? I think this is probably your biggest mistake of the game. It's like 1,000 gold, because you, like, the 3 waves you got, let's say it's 300 gold, that you would have got. She got 3 plates, which is also, let's say, 350 gold. So that's 650 gold, right? And then there's also the tower gold, which is like 1,000 gold global, right? So it's like around, 1 point, it's over 1,000 no matter what. So and it's so preventable. Camera control's really bad here. You have to click spacebar. You're also not clicking E. You haven't clicked E once yet. EV right now. E, 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 E. Also, don't know why you even flashed. You could just. I have no idea why you flashed. You're here. If you this you're here right now. You're on her. You're literally on her at the same time, if not early, because here the same time it took you to run here, you could have ran here. You're on her right now. You keep your flash. So you should eat this guy. You should keep your flash. Also, bad map awareness. You should be before you start Gromp. You should be looking bot, right? You notice that they're one HP bot lane. Obviously, Vayne's dead, right? You look over right now. Vayne's died, and you see Nami's there. You shouldn't even start Gromp. You should be walking over, and you'd have your E up at the very start. And again, you should never have to flash here ever. And this guy would always die, and then Nami would live, and then you'd also keep your flash for dragon fight. And then here, funny enough, Nami dies, Tristana lives, and now you have a guaranteed dragon, because guess what? Tristana's dead for dragon, Nami's alive, and you have number advantage. Now it's dragon's a 45, you know? Now you have null for dragon. You should pull this dragon out so there's no 50-50. You should pull this out instantly. I don't know why you're even hitting it here. You should just stand here, throw E, and then let the fully walk out here or fully walk out here. You should never let Kayn just be able to E smite over the wall, right? Okay, turn on this guy. That guy dies, you get dragon. At least we got third. I think your objective this game is win good. 3 grubs, a herald, 3 dragons. The objective is your best quality. I think you need to prioritize lanes, certain lanes more. I think you need to work on you definitely need to work on your camera control and map awareness way better. Like, both camera control when you're fighting and map awareness, like looking at bot lane, looking at mid, like looking at your lanes that are fighting, looking whose summons are being used, what spells are being used, right? Okay, there's 4 top. Nice, we should run immediately. No, we actually can't do anything, just go immediately bitter bot. This is perfect. That's pushing. Don't let him hit our mid tower. This is great. Push these guys out. We're just stalling time for dragging this one, to be honest. All I care about if I'm you is soul. Which, if all I care about is soul, right? Why the fuck? What are you doing? The only thing I care about is being at this dragon in a minute. And only thing I care about is being at this dragon in a minute with ult up, flash up, full HP, full mana, all my money spent. In other words, I want to have perfect conditions for dragon, because the better conditions I have, again, ulta, flash up, money spent, the higher chance we win the dragon fight. The higher chance we win the dragon fight, higher chance we win the game, because this dragon fight gets us soul, which is game winning, right? But if you fight here or die, give your shutdown, use your ult. Now, guess what? Now you have null for dragon. You know what I mean? That simple. How close are you to Visage before this dragon? Let's see. You never get it, but you can buy both components. Both components are 1600. You could buy Wolves Gromp base, and you could buy both this and this. Anyway. Actually, I guess you end up getting both anyways. Doesn't matter. Well, you should have. You have Kindle Gem. You could buy Kindle Gem plus 1 ping cord, but this is fine. But anyways, if you're alive right now, Vayne was top protecting the top wave, but because you died, now she has to go mid to protect mid wave. I mean, Vex just froze up. I think you should never lose the top tower. I think you should never have your ult down. You should be level 15 right now because you would have got Wolves and Gromp. And now we could enjoy a nice 5v5 at Dragon with ult up, flash up, full HP, and you'd have Kindle Gem. Let's watch this fight. Set gets picked. Again, I don't know why you're not pulling this out. This is the same mistake twice. You should just pull it out. Why would you ever want to 50-50 this guy? You should pull it out all the way over here, so then he can't just Q over the wall or E over the wall and smite it. I know they started before you, but you should be pinging this. Also, you don't know you don't even have to hit crab right now. You could like pull it with your E right now, let it walk out while you're just hitting crab. You know, because you're gonna say like, oh, it's my teammates, they pulled it, but you have control over this. You know, you could danger ping, caution ping, type. You could also pull it out yourself. Like here, if no one pulled it, you could pull it out right now. You know, no one's hitting it. You could be the one to pull it out. And when you pull it out, then nothing happens. Because I'm terrified that he's gonna steal it. Yeah, and even now, you should stop hitting. You have two options: either A, stop hitting it and just go and Q flash on this guy, kill him before this is dead. It's my this 1400. It's at right now it's at 256.7. If no one hits him and everyone just hits him, you could kill it before he kills it, and then there's no 50-50. And B, you better save all your spells for 50-50, like E, W it when it's at 2k, and try to time it, you know? But yeah, you didn't really time it. But again, you shouldn't have to. If you pull this out like you did earlier, or you say you just Q flash, why don't we Q this flashes before the dragon was dead? So if he's dead, he can't smite it if he's dead, right? There's no smite fight, right? So I think you should always get the soul. Syndra's pushing top, Set was dead, so this is a 3v5. There's 5 of you, 3 of them. There's no reason he should be able to even enter the pit, you know? If you had ult up, if you didn't waste it, you could even like Q flash over the wall before Kayn even entered, fight him to death, push him out, and then ult back in, or ult over and then flash back out. You know, whatever you want to do. There's so many different ways to do it. You and Malphite can double ult over, Vex can ult over, like either pull it out or ult over, flash over. I don't care what. This should never be 50-50 ever, and you should get the soul, and the soul should win you the game. But they get dragon, they get top ended because they're just split pushing the entire time. The game is still playable though. It's not like you just lost or anything. Just not having soul really is a bummer. Okay, guys, flash. That's huge. Not sure how we're pulling Baron. Nami's 1 HP. Vex is going top wave. This is not. I love Baron pulls. You cannot pull Baron here. Where's our damage? Vex has to go top wave. She literally has to. Otherwise, the supers will be on our next tower, and then maybe maybe Syndra can TP or some shit, right? Vayne's obviously bot. She can't come. Um, this Baron is just you Malphite. Nami's too low. Look at Nami's HP, right? She's here for moral support. You're two manning this Baron with Malphite, and now if there's 5 of you on the dragon, for example, 2 people can hit the dragon, while 3 people can turn. But if you only have 2 people on the Baron, how are you guys gonna do? How are you gonna turn on the Kayn? Let's one Malphite solos the Baron and you get on the Kayn and Malphite just dying to Baron. Like you can't have 2 people on Baron and try to take Kayn out. If they're all 5 dead, then you could 2-man it, obviously, right? Because you can just focus on the Baron. You don't have to focus on Baron plus zone them out or plus turn, right? But in this case, if you have to stop Kayn from entering pit and do the Baron, it's impossible to do both at the same time. Well, you actually just did it. All right, well, I guess it worked. I have no idea how this is possible. No one comes. Syndra doesn't come. Kayn doesn't come. In my head, Syndra can be right here. Kayn can be right here. If you guys ult on Syndra, then Kayn can go for steal. If you guys ult on Kayn, then Syndra walks up and stun you guys. I mean, I'm glad you got it. This is great. I'm glad you got it. But where the fuck is Kayn? Where the fuck is Syndra? I know Tristana and Soraka about, but where the fuck is Kayn and Syndra? I can't believe it. I mean, good job, but holy fuck, this is insane to me. All right, good job. I don't know. I'm shocked that worked. It shouldn't work, to be honest with you. If it's high elo, but whatever. We take what we can get. But that's really good. Now we have Baron. Now we should just group as 5 and play the soul. 30 seconds. I don't know, we are hitting the Soraka. Let's go hit the Syndra, the carry, or well, let's go hit the important guy, or just Tristana. I think you are the strongest guy on your team. You're 3 enough items. You are the carry. When Vayne's dead right now, you become the carry, right? You need to be hitting priority targets. Kayn, Syndra, Tristana, right? I know Tristana's not here yet, so right now you should be hitting Kayn, Syndra. I know you're like, oh, if I hit them, then this guy will heal her. Well, then instead of buying this 800 gold buy Oblivion Orb, buy a Bramble or buy a Executioners. You know, like you need to kill your carries. It's just if you could one shot this Soraka and then go for the carry, sure. But you see how long it takes. Like even on this guy for 10 seconds, you still haven't killed him. And while that you're doing all this, guess what? His carries are killing your entire team. Syndra just killed your team. Tristana just killed your team, right? And then you have no teammates. So I think prioritizing people in fights. I think also we don't need a fight right now. We could just wait for Vayne to respawn, right? Where we could just like keep like dilly dallying, like try to stall. I know Malphite walked in, but Malphite technically ulted out. He was out, and we got Syndra ult for us. I think now we could just chill, wait for the Vayne to respawn, and then start walking slowly in. But it's gonna be hard either way. But now I think the game's over. You don't get soul. Your Baron's gone. They just group here. I don't think this game was your fault, but I think your Vayne and your teammates died a little too much. I definitely think this game was winnable, and you had the control. You could have had control over it. I think map awareness, camera control. I think you need to prioritize ganking for bot more in this game. I think their bot lane was perma fighting, and you did gank bot a lot, but I think you could gank bot more and faster. Obviously, like again, you looped around one time. As you're looping, your bot lane dies, right? Um, other time you're hitting wolves and grump while Vayne's dying. You could just if you pan over, see they're fighting, you'd skip wolf, skip grump, run straight there. Again, if they're not fighting, don't skip your camps. If they're fighting to the death, which they are, then you should skip your camps to be there earlier, right? I just think that you gave Syndra thousands of gold of plates just mid and other places, where you can like I know it's not your lane, but you have the ability to stop it, and you also lose nothing from stopping. If anything, you actually would have gained golden XP by stopping it, right? So I think that you definitely had to counterplay this game. Team did run you down, but it's definitely winnable. If you have any questions, you could DM me. But yeah, camera control, map awareness, and prioritizing carries, and also I think a lot of it was E accuracy. You missed more E's. You missed a lot of E's this game. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Bye bye.